This is a practice video, I suppose. I really don't know what to say. I've been watching videos here for the past short bit, and a little while ago I actually had a thought that I wanted to communicate. I don't remember what that thought was. I got sidetracked, watched a video, and then watched another video, and then I watched another video. Now I'm all confused. But so I guess I'll just ramble, and you can listen or you can switch over to another channel, whichever. Either way is fine with me, I suppose. But in part, big part, this is practice. Because let's see, I'm gonna start, I know I'll start this out or restart this kind of similar to some of the couple of the videos I just watched recently with old people. I'm old people too. One guy says, I'm 71 years old and I monetized my YouTube channel in 13 days. And then I looked and it's like, well, sure enough, it was just about a month ago that he posted his first video. Dude had like 4,000, 6,000 subscribers, something like that. Shit ton. And if he got monetized, apparently there was a whole lot of people watching the videos. And he said it was really just from one. It's like the first two or three videos he said he posted only got like 5 or 6 or 10 or 20 views, just a small amount. But then he posted one. And he said he just took off. He got like 7,000 views, just like bam, overnight. So what is it that causes some videos to just take off and be seen like that, I wonder? I know somebody that's been building his YouTube channel for over a year, and now this is not his first attempt. It's maybe his second or third or fourth attempt, more like third or fourth attempt, I think. But over a year, he's got just over 1,000 subscribers. And now, of course, he's a younger fella, younger than me, but he's still up in the age some. He ain't no 20-year-old no more. He's 30, he's like 40 something, I guess. But he puts out good quality videos. He talks things that are uplifting to people. He shares his thoughts. But he doesn't have any of those big video viewerships or whatever you call it. It's like this one old stuff, this 71-year-old guy said monetized his channel in 13 days. What makes a difference? Is it luck? Or is there something about the algorithm thing? Did the old guy figure out what people want to hear? Or what the algorithm wants people to hear? Did he just happen to say the right things to get all those views? And then how did he get all those subscribers so quick? Did he get those subscribers so quick because at the end of his videos, a couple of videos I watched anyway, I guess he did it, all of them, but at the end of the video it says like and subscribe. Did he get them? Did he get all those subscribers because he simply said like and subscribe? Telling people what to do and people just simply obeyed? Did he get all those views because he was saying something very interesting? I watched the video, I listened to the video. I didn't find it very interesting, to be honest with you. Just like when I watch my videos. And I'm the one doing the talking. Sometimes I don't find them interesting either. And it's my own thoughts. So what is it that people find interesting? I wonder. Some of the videos that I look at, they have like millions of views. And they don't really seem to say much of anything of value to me, that I could tell anyway. Some of them are just downright goofy. Is that what people enjoy? Just something to look at, to be entertained by for a moment or a few moments? I don't know. Seems like personal development would be a catchy thing. Thought-provoking questions and such. Maybe it is. Maybe I didn't hit the right audience yet. I don't know. Maybe I've been posting the wrong kind of questions. Maybe I need to start out like, well, I'm 66 years old now. I'm retired, but I don't have a good retirement. I'm living on my little bit of Social Security, $1,107 a month. Sleeping in my van. Staying at a friend's place sometimes. Staying in a random parking lot sometimes. Getting ready to start life all over again. And I'm going to tell you my life story. I don't know, maybe something like that'll do it. Maybe people want to hear my life story. Maybe nobody wants to hear my life story. Maybe people want to hear about what I have intended, what my intentions are for the future. Maybe nobody wants to hear what my intentions are for the future. Maybe some people want to see me struggle like I'm doing right now. It's hot out here. I'm sweating. I'm out of breath. I'm just walking. It's like, obviously I didn't take good care of my body as I was growing up as a child and working as an adult and getting aged and going into retirement, which, by the way, I went into retirement early because of my health. My body was hurting so damn much from hanging drywall and finishing drywall and climbing up and down scaffold for so many years. It's like it took its toll. But when I look back on it, I realize it took its toll in part because, well, I didn't properly take care of the body. I fed it too much garbage food. I didn't exercise or stretch as much as I should have. And hell, I wouldn't even do a warm-up. It was like hanging drywall was physically demanding work. It was a sport to me for the longest time. But it's like, you know, picking up 100-pound sheets of drywall. I didn't stretch or warm up or anything. It'd be even like when it was cold in the middle of wintertime, 0 degrees. And work with no heat. I'm out there just right away, pick up a 100-pound sheet of drywall and go carry it off while the body is freezing. Ain't no wonder why my body got hurting so damn bad that I went into early retirement as soon as I turned 62. Well, not as soon as I turned 62, soon after I turned 62. But now it's been 4 years. I've been lazy, physically lazy, for the past 4 years. And a little over 4 years. And it's time to do something. It's time to start a new career. So hey, here's a good title for a video somewhere along the ways. I'm 66 years old and I'm starting a new career. The time other people my age are shutting down and enjoying the fruits of their labor and they're just spending time with their grandchildren and such, I'm starting a brand new career. I'm starting all over. Maybe people want to hear about that. I don't know. What do you think? What do people want to hear about via YouTube videos from old white guys? Yeah, I said old white guy. I ain't no young, good-looking hot chick. Ain't no black dude. Ain't no Hispanic. Ain't no whatever else is out there. All kinds of people on this planet. I'm an old white guy. Grateful to be born on planet Earth. Grateful to be human. Grateful to be alive. Hey, I'm happy with the color of my skin too. There was a while back I saw a bunch of videos. People was like almost embarrassed because they was born white. It's like talk about white privilege and such, and they felt bad about having white privilege. Well, I'd like to know what the hell's in that white. I'd like to have some of that white privilege. I'd like to have some privilege, period. But it's all this, you know, black empowerment. But hey, good, do that. If you're black, empower yourself. You know what? If you're white, empower yourself. What if you're yellow skinned or red skinned? Empower yourself. Therein, like, you know, that's a smart thing. Black power. Why the hell ain't we got white power? Why ain't we got yellow power? Why ain't we got red power? We should just, how about we have human power? What would happen, do you suppose, if all races within the one race of human, because it's like, see, that's the thing. Somebody's got us thinking we're all divided. The black race, the white race, the Oriental race, all these different ones. And yet we're all one race. We're human. How about we empower humans? Human empowerment. Yeah, what can we do? What can we do to empower ourselves and to assist others in empowering themselves, rather than us allowing the powers that be to control and manipulate and suppress us? Yeah, I said that too, didn't I? Yeah, that sounds a little political. Well, it might be political, might be religious, might just be an opinion. I might just be way off my rocker. I don't freaking know. I could use this as an excuse. I'm an old dude, losing it up here, not quite as sane as I once was. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I can play that card. It's like, you know, I'm old now. I can say anything. I can do anything. You don't need to be worried about it. So I don't know. Some people get a lot of views, I think, because they create controversy. Either they create controversy or they just jump in on a controversy that's already existing and they promote the controversy. And some people, they get a lot of views because, well, the violence, there's a lot of violence in the world and they promote and push that. But then some people, well, they get a lot of views because what is it, like a rags to riches story. They talk about how when they was young, they was a drug addict, and they got pistol whipped. They nearly died. Then they turned their life around, and now they're a freaking billionaire. You know what? What is it? What is it? It's like, what is the key to making videos and to creating success for oneself, whether it's on YouTube or whether it's just in life in general, or through business or through a career, even a family? It's like, how does a person have a successful family? I mean, in today's world, it's like in any world. But think about it. It's like, what kind of home environment were you born into? What kind of home environment did you grow up in? And if you're an adult, which I'm guessing the mass majority, hopefully everybody here is an adult, everybody watching me and listening, it's like, okay, what kind of home environment did you create for your children to grow up in? How do you feel about that? You know, it's like, are you one of the good guys, one of the good women, one of the good parents that brought your children into a happy, healthy, stable home environment, raised them up in a stable, uplifting, encouraging environment? Or did you suppress them and knock them around a little bit because they were there? Knock them around a little bit because they were talking. Shove bars of soap in their mouth because they were talking and saying words that they heard you say, but they weren't allowed to say themselves. You know, what kind of home environment did you create for your children? And what kind of home environment are they creating for your grandchildren? With these weird thoughts. Now, some of these thoughts here might make a person go, oh my God, I don't want to look at that. That makes me feel bad. Well, then feel bad. I don't care. And some people might look at this and say, well, man, I am so grateful. I did not grow up in that kind of environment. And it's like, I feel good. I didn't grow up in that environment. Well, then good. Feel good. I don't care. And then some people are like, well, hey, I grew up in that and I turned out okay. Well, good. I'm glad you feel that way. But you know what? I don't care. You know why I say I don't care? Because here's what I care. I care that you feel something. I don't care what you feel. I just care that you feel. I care that you think something. I don't care what you think. I just care that you think. I care, but I don't care. Isn't that a goofy thing? And it just reached just the other day that I made that decision. I decided to stop caring about what people think. Whether it's about me or society or other people or religion or God or if there even is a God. But we exist, so it's kind of common sense to me, logical sense to me, says something created us. Whether it did it with intention or by accident or just situational thing, I don't know. But we got created. There's evidence of that since we're here, you know. But what is it that created us, and for what purpose? We don't know. A lot of people think they know. They think they're so strong in their belief that they actually think they know the truth. Well, I'm so strong in my belief that no one knows the truth today. Because I think no one really knows the truth. And but I don't know. But I have noticed that there are people that they'll end friendships, they'll even end the family relationships because they have such a strong belief in one thing and the other people don't have the same belief. I mean, I myself have been shunned, pushed away by family members because I didn't believe what they believed. And I have been shunned and rejected by others because I didn't believe what they believe. And it's like, huh, that's weird. But then it's like, well, how many times have I done the same thing? Probably more than I'm aware of. How many times have you done something that you're not aware of? Probably more often than, probably a lot. If you're like me, there's probably a lot of things you've done that you're not aware of. And to some degree, you're like me, I believe, at least in the sense that I'm human. You are human. I live on Earth. You live on Earth. There's a possibility that as a human, I am something more than just simply this physical body. According to various religions, maybe all religions, the body is a vessel. Some say it's the temple. Some say it's an avatar. But it's not you. What is it that you are? I don't know. Some religions say when you die, you go into hell. Not because of anything you did, but because of an original sin, and then because you didn't accept Jesus, you go to hell. But if you accept Jesus, you get to go to heaven. But because of a sin that was committed by the original two people, the only two people that was directly created by the Creator, according to that particular faith, I'm going to hell. When I was young, I bought into that. And I look back on things after having studied a variety of things, which I was forbidden to do, by the way. I was told to not ask questions, but I asked questions anyway. I was told to not look, just told to accept things on blind faith, but I looked, and I lost track of my, hey, I'm old, I'm a little senile maybe, I forget what I was talking about. What was I talking about? I don't know. Oh yeah, something to do with being something other than the body. It's like, and going to hell by default. I disagree with that concept. Now, if you happen to believe that I'm going to hell because I was born and I refuse to accept Jesus, well, you can believe it. I hope you're wrong. I choose to believe when you die, you're going to just reincarnate, get a new body, a new identity, and you'll go experience some amnesia. You won't remember this lifetime. You'll be a new person in a new period of time with a new name, new family, new friends. I believe that. You ain't going to heaven. You ain't going to hell. You're just going to get another body and live another lifetime. That's the game we're playing. That's what I choose to believe. Now, you might think I'm off my rocker. But there are religions that teach that. Not necessarily in the same words that I said, but, you know, the same idea, the basic idea. We are spiritual entities of some sort. We have these bodies. We operate these bodies. We're playing a game of being human. And then when the lifetime ends, a new lifetime begins with a new body. Well, I don't know about you, but when I compare those two things, going to hell by default or getting reincarnated and having another lifetime by default, one I find very ruinous, very suppressive. And the other one I find kind of humorous, a little bit uplifting. And it's like, well, what is the truth? I don't know. There's a third option. Some people say, no, you are the body. When the body is dead, you're dead. You're no more. The body will be, it's like, depending upon the circumstances, if the body dies out in the woods and the animals have the opportunity, they'll eat it. And it'll be gone, then they'll shit it out and be done. Or, depending upon the circumstances of death and arrangements and everything, when you're dead, your body's dead, you're done. Somebody takes it, sticks it in an oven and cremates it. Yeah, that's it, crematory. Cremate it. Back in the old days, I think sometimes they just simply put a body in the ground, wrapped up in a blanket or whatever, and let the bugs eat it. But there is that option. It's like maybe we're a body, only a body. And when the body is dead, we're dead, and we have no future. We just don't exist anymore. We just return back to the being part of the earth. And but I don't know. But I do believe that of all the options that I'm aware of, one is more uplifting, one is more suppressive, and one is just kind of like neutral. So, but I've also noticed that some of the people that I currently know, some of the people I've known in the past, have done very well in life for themselves by believing the Christian teachings and by being obedient to the teachings of Jesus Christ as they understand them to be. It's like, I think that's great. But then I also see some of the people that did me wrong, very, 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 very wrong at times in the past. Well, they too were Christian. So maybe they had a different understanding of what Christianity is, or how they were supposed to behave. Or maybe they were just simply claiming to be Christian and they're actually something else. I don't know. But I've noticed that all the various different religions that I've come across, the people, most of the people involved in religious doctrine and the religious church and organization and group and everything, the religious people, most of the people themselves are basically good. the most basically good, basically kind, basically desiring to help others and do help others whenever they can in whatever way they can. It's not always recognized or acknowledged that they help others, but they do. And I think it's by human nature, not by religious teachings. At the very core, I think we're basically good. Whatever it is that we are that has these bodies, whether it's a body that has a body, or whether it's a soul that has a body, or whatever other name a person chooses to call the self, the true self, the non-physical self that's operating the body. What is it? I don't know. I'm one of the most confused people on the planet. I've been trying to figure this out for a long time because I was given conflicting viewpoints as points of truth by multitudes of people in the past that I trusted and believed. And it was during times that I, myself as a human, was extremely, extremely gullible. I believed everything. No matter what you said, I believed it. I just didn't question it. I just believed it. But then, at some point, I did start questioning. And that didn't go very well when I was a child. And I got shut down for that. But so I started sharing some of my thoughts. Well, that didn't go well either. I got shut down for that too. One of the most powerful things stuck in my head is I don't want to hear about it. And that's one particular person multitudes of times I don't want to hear about it. And I've noticed that other people, without saying it directly, I don't want to hear about it, they demonstrate it. They don't want to hear about it either because they walk away sometimes when I'm talking. And that's okay. It's okay. Sometimes there's a lot of things I don't want to hear about too. So, but it bothered me. It bothered me for a long time. But what am I going to do about it? What am I going to do about it? Well, maybe nothing. I don't know. But I'm at a stage in the game now where I look at, okay, physically, my body is 66 years old, soon going to be 67. I say soon because it's less than 6 months away. And but I'm also realizing, very, very aware of this, all living bodies become dead. It's like that's something that we can pretty well know. That is like if we're alive, we're gonna get dead. But okay, so when am I going to get dead? Well, I don't know. Nobody knows unless they set a date to commit suicide, which some people do. That's okay. That's fine. I'm okay with that. Not everybody's okay with that, but I'm okay with that. And but I choose to live, and it's like, okay, well, what's the average life expectancy of a human? Well, do a Google search or something, and depending upon which page you end up on, somewhere in the range of 80. Some say 78, some say 80 something, some probably say less than 78. But it's like, on average, approximately 80 for a male. Yes, I'm 66, so 80, I gave it 14 years. Oh my God, I ain't got much time left. 14 years. Well, but there's also people that live to be 100. Some go past 100. So what if I project it out? It's like, okay, play the game of living from the perspective, the point of view. Yeah, I'll be alive at 100, and I'll still be physically capable and mentally and intellectually and emotionally capable of doing things to enjoy living. So I'll still be, let's say, let's project a picture out there. Alive, healthy, happy, enjoying life, looking forward to the future. Hey, even throw in some prosperity. I'm financially prosperous at 100. Well, if I put that out there as a target to aim at, and then I backtrack to, well, where am I right now? Not where did I start from, 66 years ago, or 67 years ago, close to it. Actually, it would be over 67 if you count the 9 months in my mother's womb. But anyway, rather than going back to the beginning, when I was conceived physically, rather than going back to that as a starting point, how about we just right now, this present time moment. This present time moment. Today is, what is today? August 15th, I think. I think today is August 15th. And so today, right now, this present moment is a starting point. From here, going forward to being alive, healthy, happy, enjoying life, and having some financial prosperity at 100, with expectation to continue to live for a while. To go from there to here, that's like approximately 34 years, just slightly less than 34 years, because I'm like I said, I'm getting close to 67. but approximately 34 years. Well, it's still not a whole lot of time, but it's a whole lot better than 14 years, in my view. But what am I going to do starting today, going that direction? And then there's the question, okay, alive and healthy, I said healthy. You may notice I'm breathing a little heavy as I'm walking around in circles here on this little plot of land. The indication my body's not exactly fully healthy right now. So if I'm to be healthy, if my body is to be healthy at 100, then I've got to make some changes in my behavior, including what have I been consuming. Stop consuming this crap that's causing health issues and start consuming stuff that will help the body to heal itself. But then there's also the psychological stuff, the mental and cognitive things. What have I been consuming? Well, I do a lot of personal growth type things, so I'm pretty good on that, but I'm still needing to consume more stuff to help me think better and more clear and clarify some things, identify some out points, and bring some things back into better order. But those things. Then I look at the financial. I did say having some financial prosperity at 100. Well, I look at my current financial situation. Retired, drawing Social Security, early retirement, $1,107 a month. That's it. That's all I got to live on. And then because I'm such low income, I got dual complete on the United Healthcare thing, so that the Medicaid covers the Medicare part, which is approximately $200 a month that I would have to pay. Not to pay that, because my income is so low. The Medicaid covers that. But then there's this over-the-counter card that United Healthcare provides, where I get $229 using healthy foods and such, medications, food. So I use that $229 to help pay for food and aspirin for my headaches. It won't pay for my toilet paper though. Damn, I wish it would, because like all humans, sometimes and require toilet paper. It'd be helpful if they would cover that, but they don't. Man, it's getting hot out here, sweating up a storm. But for the next 34 years, what am I going to do? Am I going to just wait to die? Assuming I live to be 100 and then kick the bucket right at 100. But I'm intending to be alive beyond 100. And I'm intending to be healthy at 100. I'm intending to be happy at 100. Oh, yeah. That brings another thing. Am I happy now? For moments, brief moments, I experience some happiness. But for the most part, I'm freaking miserable. Truth be told, I'm not a happy camper. I carry a lot of misery. Some of it has to do with childhood experiences. Some of it has to do with adult decisions, adult behavior. But no, I'm not a happy person. I want to be a happy person. There was times in the past I put no value on happiness, because I didn't think it was even possible for me to be happy, because it's just not what I grew up in. I didn't grow up in a happy home. Loving, yes, a loving home I grew up in, or loving homes. It was circumstance. Maybe I'll go into it another time. I'm not going to go into it now, but there was not many people I've noticed. Many people, they grow up in one house, one home. Not all of us have that. Some of us had a little disruption, which has its effect. Even to this day, for some reason, I just now noticed some emotions come up that I forgot that I had. Anyway, but it's still going to go back to the question, what to do at this point going forward. What am I going to do for the rest of my life, however long that winds up being, whether it's 14 months or 14 years, 34 years, 40 years, 4 hours, who freaking knows? But I choose to be more optimistic, alive, happy, healthy, and experiencing some level of financial prosperity on my 100th birthday and then beyond. So that means I've got to do something. In order to have that, I've got to do something, a series of somethings, again and again and again and again. I got to do something. Maybe on a daily basis, I got to do something to generate some cash, or to generate some revenue, to generate some income. It doesn't have to be cash. I don't even hardly spend cash these days, but everything's digital, But I got to do something to generate some money. But then if I generate money, then a little bit of benefit that I get from the government, Well, that goes away. So how the frick do I deal with this? Like I need that a little bit right now. That's like, you know, that $229 coming from the Medicare, or not from the Advantage plan, that helps. But that's partly connected to the government with the dual complete program. So if my income goes up a little bit, that goes away, and then other expenses kick in that I got to pay. Well, that kind of like, well, it depends. So I really got to make a lot of money or make no money. Well, I don't want to continue living on no money. So how am I going to make a lot of money? That's the question. How can I make a lot of money? Starting at 66 years old, basically starting a new career, starting a new life at 66. Kind of like coming out of high school at 18. I was in a whole lot better state when I was 18. My body was healthy. My mind was, I thought my mind was strong. I really was kind of ignorant when I look back on it. But I was a hard-working person. I graduated high school. I was busting my ass, working 2 jobs, working a lot of overtime. Bought a house right away, a 2-family house. So I was a landlord and a homeowner simultaneously, collected rent. And the rent pretty much paid the mortgage on the property I bought. But then I got stupid. I got real stupid. 6 months later, after buying the place and moving in, I get a hair at my ass and I decided to come to Florida. So from up there in Ohio, I decided to go to Florida. I didn't come to Florida. It's like I'm going to Florida. So I went to Florida, and now I'm in Florida. I've done a lot of traveling since then. But yeah, if I'd have stayed on track, in line with the plan that I had at 18, I would be in a much different situation right now. I would probably be financially prosperous. I would probably own multitudes of rental properties. I would probably have lots of investments. Wouldn't have the same personality that I have. Probably would have changed, because I've changed my personality a few times over the years. And wouldn't have the life experiences that I have, because I've had a lot of life experiences. I'd have had different life experiences. Let's put it that way. Maybe they would have been better. Maybe they would have been worse. I don't know. Maybe I would have been able to raise my own children. I don't know. Maybe it just don't know. But I can't go back and undo what was done. But going forward from here, what can I, as a 66-year-old man, do? 66-year-old man. I'm feeling my age. What can an old man do to create enough income to get out of poverty and into a level of prosperity where comfort can be experienced? That's the challenge. I've got some ideas. Hopefully one of the 2 ideas will work out. Maybe I'll get lucky and both ideas will work out. But anyway, I guess this is a good place to stop here. Been rambling for a little over 33 minutes. And come back and find out what it is that I have intended for the future, and find out if I actually follow through on it or not. Thank you for listening. My name is David, and I'm going to sign off here. Whatever you do what you choose to do, and enjoy it the best you can.